Rohan Sahdev, thank you so much for joining me on How I Made It. What's the
Thank you so much, Girgit.
The trailer of Girgit?
Oh, people are loving it. Actually, people are sending me a lot of memes, and even to be very frank with you, like a couple of my ex-girlfriends also called me, and they're like, "Oh, this is you." They're. I'm like, no, this is not me. It's just the character which I've portrayed. So the fans and the family, they're actually loving it a lot. The one thing what they're liking it about Girgit and about the character I played, that this character comes across as a very courageous one, like, you know, the guy who wears a heart on his sleeve. And so in a way that the slight twist up here is actually, people are very fascinated with it.
Okay, I won't delay the important question much, as normally in interviews this is asked at the very fag end. You said a lot of ex-girlfriends are calling you. Before I ask you more about the show, let me ask you, are you dating someone currently? Or
no, I'm not dating anyone right now. No, I'm not.
Okay. So did this show remind you of anything connected to any of your previous relationships? Anywhere you could associate or maybe imbibe something from, you know, the past and incorporate here?
So this is what the creative director, Rakesh, he told me, because I didn't meet him. Around 10 years back, he met me at a party. And there I sort of misbehaved, and I was young and whatever. And he was like, you know, from that party, I still remembered you. From 10 years, he's like, Nakul, you just have to be the guy I met in the party. So there I created kind of a ruckus because I lost my temper and I broke this glass shelf. And I was with my girlfriend. I was like, we need to leave and whatnot. And see, yeah, that was a side of me which I don't know, I'm not proud of. But retrospectively, when I look back at it, nothing goes waste in life. That got me Girgit. So yeah, I'm thankful for that incident as well.
So are you saying that you had anger issues which you have overcome now?
Yeah, so I've overcome in a way that, so now I practice MMA and boxing quite rigorously from past like 6 years. So that is like a great start in the morning where, you know, you can take out all your anger and whatever, just something which, you know, upsets you. See, I'm a very frank guy, you know, like if something upsets me, I'm right there that, okay, this is something which, it doesn't sit right with me.
Okay, so tell me, Nakul, इसमें सबसे difficult scene आपको कौन सा लगा? Because Girgit is a wild take on the extent that you can go.
Yeah.
You are in love.
Yeah.
तो इसमें ऐसी कौन सी scene थी जो आपको maybe काफी retakes लगे, or the director was not, you know, immediately happy and he made you redo it?
Not from the space of retakes, but there is one scene where it's an intimate scene with a very senior actor. Now, you know, when you are dealing with people who are your generation, that is easy to talk about those scenes. And when I had to go to ma'am and then discuss it, that was the first time I was like, oh, I say I'm confident, you know, whatnot, but that was a difficult and tricky space to be in, you know, with someone who's like a 55-year-old, and but she was so sweet. She made me so comfortable. Like, beta, just relax. This is who we are. This is part of our jobs, and I'm thankful for that. I mean, but before, I remember that day because we shot like 2 scenes prior to that, and when I was all thinking about like, what should I do? I should have my best behavior. I should not smoke in front of her, and you know, like all those things, just to like try and put up a facade, like how essentially the show Girgit is all about, you know, showing different colors to sort of achieve your agenda. And I was trying to do that, but she caught me and she was like, "Stay comfortable." I'm like, okay.
Okay, so we saw you in Gully Boy.
Yes, sir.
You are drifting towards web shows. Is that a conscious decision, or is it because movies were not happening at a pace that you would have loved to?
Okay, so to be very honest, I like to space where the role is more central. Okay, and with that where I get to play not very neutral character, like a classic good boy by the books. So I did Gully Boy, which was in that space, and then I did Puglet, a film with Puneet ma'am. And I was like, no, this good boy business is, see, nobody's too right, and I feel in today's day and age, that's like a flawed concept. And I was like, I need to do something which is slightly more edgy. And so that's when Candy happened, and Candy was well received. And then Girgit came to me. And I'll be honest, like as an actor, it's every actor's dream to be a poster boy or a girl. And yeah, I'm trying to take the trajectory there so that if where I can make a mark in a way that when the films I do, I have right kind of films and not just like the quote unquote either a character actor or a too good boy just because of my smile or hair or whatever. No, I'm not interested in those cosmetic roles.
Yeah, I understand that you want roles which you can identify or relate to.
Sure.
And it's difficult to play something that you are not. But
Yeah.
that's one essential ingredient of acting also. That
Correct.
you get into something which is totally a virgin territory for you.
Right. No, what I mean to say, like a good boy, I feel that that entire space is too cosmetic. Like, it's been running around from past 20 years. People want to see something different. Like, and even the content which we watch, I'm inspired by, let's say, if I talk in web space, then something like Money Heist. Now, Professor is not a great guy. At the end of the day, he's doing a robbery, but he has a heart which he follows, and that's where the drama is. Now, that is more interesting than where in today's time, if someone does Mohabbatein.
As a viewer, Nakul, what are you
Yeah.
more inclined to? Are you more inclined to watching OTT or are you more inclined to watching TV shows and movies?
Movies, definitely movies is my first choice. But from past these two lockdowns, things have changed. Like, once I get hooked on to a particular content, I want to watch more of it. And then out of my list, a lot of my expectations from movies has gone up because of OTT. Like previously, I will say an okay film also, I'll be like, okay, you should watch it. But now I'll immediately replace it with a great OTT web series.
That's right. Perhaps you're also watching a lot of world cinema and
Right.
yeah. So
Right.
when you watch so much, then the comparisons are also inevitable.
Exactly.
Okay. So hereafter, the road is web shows strictly, or you get an edgy character in a movie and
Oh, definitely.
let me ask you in a different way.
Yeah.
You are getting edgy characters in both.
Yeah.
At the same time, same dates. Will you go for a
Films.
movie or will you go for an OTT?
For a film, no doubt. I mean, I started as an actor to be seen on a 70mm. So I'm not going to compromise on that for sure.
That's very candid. Tell me one more thing, Nakul. When we speak to actors, especially in the recent times, many of them have told us that makers prefer actors who have a large Instagram following.
Yeah.
They are sort of, ready-made campaigners for them.
Right.
Especially when it comes to newcomers.
Correct.
Has it happened with you?
Not till now. Like, nobody has asked me to even share my Instagram profile. So I joined Instagram in 2018 because I was away from it. I don't know. I never got an inclination to sort of do it. And then it was dead again because, when a show is releasing and you have to share your marketing bit and whatnot, it was only for that. And when I started doing Girgit, so that's when I realized, like, if I have to be here, then I have to come up with something great. So that I immediately hired a social media team. So they shoot the content, and I wanted to share the entire journey because what we have seen is a BTS, like the entire show. But I want to show to my audience like what goes on from the day you get a script to the last day of the shoot. So that is also something I'm venturing into, and that is what these guys are taking.
But have you heard of this? Have you heard of colleagues telling you?
A lot. Like I have heard this a lot with girls, because a couple of my actor friends, they have shared this thing that, oh, you know, like you need to take care of your Instagram, because they say that iske itne followers hain, so you know they chose another person over her because of this XYZ reason. But I think I'm too stubborn to, you know, fall into that space.
Does this also make them put up bold pictures? Because, you know, when you are in that sort of कि भाई आपको Instagram followers बढ़ाने हैं, so you are in a hurry, you want more attention, if I can say that candidly. Then does that lead them to, you know, put out bold quotes, bold pictures?
See, that depends on the amount of patience you have as an artist. You know, like for example, I started acting in 2010, 11 to be precise. Okay. And then I got Gully Boy in 2018. In between, I left acting for like 2.5 years, because I was like, I don't want to do TV. And I was done with it, because I was like, I came into this industry thinking that every day I want to be joyful, and you know, that excitement, I want to go there. And then immediately I was like, yeah, I'm dragging myself there. And why should I do this? I might be good at something else. I don't know, but this business has to stop. So similarly, there also, if you want a quick brownie point, see, now today, if you see my profile and if we are having a conversation, if I have some substance to share, we can have a great conversation. But if you see me as an actor who's only going after that, anyhow, I need your attention, you'll be like, yeah, I don't want to have a conversation with this guy. Eventually. So for a longer run, to have a good connect with your audience, then means you need to have some substance.
You need to have patience, I understood. But the people you connect with, you see that patience in them.
Definitely. So I'll tell you, because I'm new to this Instagram game, and when these guys started posting and everything, so I've gone through the entire comment list and the messages they have shared, specifically for Candy, I'm saying, because that's when, you know, because when they were working on Girgit, all of this, they were taking care of Candy post, how the response is going and everything. And everywhere it was related to कि भाई आपने जो वो eyes को blink करके वो जो ad किया था, आपकी voice और या वो scene, you know, they're talking about the acting bit, which you need to be proud of. It actually troubles them, you know, because what happens is now social media is too liberal. I find it too liberal, and liberal may be a wrong word, where when people see anything, like if I am a girl and if I'm wearing a bikini, now bikini is a normal thing, but when you go down the comment list, now these are obscene comments. Like a person like me with my kind of temper will punch them in the face. And if God forbid something like this happens to me, the next thing will be either, I mean, I'll lose it, but I think the better thing would be I'll shut down my Instagram and continue doing my job. So yes,
they are in dilemma. What you're saying is in dilemma. They may have tried once or twice and they may have got a backlash.
Backlash, correct. Because you cannot control the comments which are coming, no matter how many filters you will put in. And those comments are nasty. It's not something, you know, okay, I accept, oh, you're looking hot, you're gorgeous, that's fine. But then when you use the words which I mean, you should not use in any capacity. And just because you are hiding behind some screen doesn't give you the liberty to do that. So it troubles you, right? At the end of the day, you're objectified.
Thank you so much for your candid interview. It was lovely talking to you, Nakul.
Thank you, Vicky. Thank you so much for your time.
Wish you the best.
Thank you.